everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well. Today is going to be my November budgeting for the month. So this is from November 20th all the way through to December 17th, I think it is, because I do the day I get paid to the day before I get paid next, and I get paid once every 4 weeks, so I get paid 13 times in a year. So normally like July or August is where we get 2 paydays. This year it was July, next year I think it's also July, so exciting. So what I have got out is my notebook ready to do my budgeting. I've got a calculator ready to go, my erasable pen in case I mess anything up, because that's likely to happen. I've got some cash which is going to be going in some envelopes and in my purse, and I've got my 2 envelopes that I'm currently stuffing. Okay, so let's get going. Right, so let's start at the top and work our way down. So I am getting paid this month. At the top here I've also wrote COVID-19 bonus. So my company is doing I think it's once every quarter up until I think February's the last one. They're giving us a bonus over the course of the year as like a thank you for working throughout the pandemic and everything. I was extremely lucky to get my bonus in the first quarter because I'd actually obviously been off shielding, and then the other 2 I've had while I've been at work. So this is the 3rd one, and the last one is February. I think February 12th is my next bonus. So I'm getting about £100 to £150 more. Sometimes it might be 200, just depends on how many hours I've worked in that quarter. So this month with my bonus I've got £1,158 and 13 pence, which is a very nice sum of money. So I knew that this was coming up, so I've purposely made the savings section a little bit beefier than normal, so I don't know if I'm going to regret that, but we'll see. Okay, so bills and subscriptions. So this month I no longer have my NFL Game Pass bill. That was £36 a month for 4 months. The start of November was my 4th and final payment, so I should not be having one during the month of November and the December paycheck that I'm getting, so I should be okay. And also my phone bill, I've now gone from I did 2-year contracts, so 48 months I think, I can't do maths. So now I've done that, I'm now on a rolling 30-day contract with O2, so my phone bill has gone from £36 to about 29 something, so I've only dropped down about £6, but that's £6 more for me to use for something else. So my bills and subscriptions for the month have now dropped down from £115 to £72. And if you're new to my channel and you're wondering how the heck my bills and subscriptions are so cheap, I live with my dad and he's extremely kind and does not charge me rent on the account that I do him dinners, I buy my own food, I do his laundry, and I kind of like keep the place tidy-ish. So he doesn't ask me to pay rent, and I'm very, very lucky that he doesn't ask me to, so that is why this is so small. Just in case anyone's wondering, because I know people have asked me for like, how are your bills so small? So that's because I have an extremely generous father, so thanks Dad. Okay, so general, we're gonna, went a bit too far for the camera. So general, I'm not ever going to show you the current or the new total because again that's private because they're bigger numbers, and like I've said before, if you go back and watch all my videos, the amounts that you will end up adding up are nothing like what I've actually got, because a pandemic happened and I think it was like 3 months everything that I put into my savings ended up taking out, and there's other months I took out like half of it, some months I didn't take anything out, and yeah. So yeah, I just don't ever put them because again they're bigger amounts of money, and that's just sort of for me to know. I don't mind sharing the gifts amount with you, but that's fine. So general this month, so this goes towards just like life savings, if there's an emergency, if my car needs repairs that I can't cover with my car cash envelope fund, then it comes out of my general. So this month I'm going to do £350. Don't know why I'm writing this in red, I was meant to be doing it in my blue pen, that's fine, I'll do that in a minute. Holiday, I'm going to give 250. Again, still not going anywhere, but I like to make sure I've got money set aside for when we can go. We are still hoping to go next year. We're now thinking maybe November, because originally we were planning to go like April and May, somewhere around about there next year, but obviously with everything going on it's not likely to happen. So we're thinking possibly a week away next November if everything in the world sort of calms down a little bit. Still might not happen, but if we can, that'd be nice. Even if we don't actually do Disney, because we're obviously planning to go to Florida, we might just not do a week at Disney. We might just go around to some other places in the Orlando, Davenport, Kissimmee area. So we found some places, but just like to have a bit of money set aside just in case. And for gifts, I'm going to do 25 because I have almost emptied that part. Okay, I'll go back to my blue one because this is where I start getting all confused. Right. So as you can see, I actually don't have a current amount down for my food shop or spare in purse at the bottom, because I'm actually filming this the 2 days before I get paid, and I still might need a little bit from my food shopping when I finish work tomorrow, and I'm either going to take it from my food shop or my spare in purse. I'm not certain yet, so I'm leaving them two blank for the moment, but I can fill everything else in. So food as normal always gets 200, which is about £50 a week. We finally figured out how to get my staff discount onto the online shopping. So now we spent like what, 6-7 months, maybe even 8 actually, doing food shopping online without my staff discount because none of the codes that they gave us were working. And then someone was like, oh, you literally just go to this website and add your card in and it will deduct it on the day that it gets delivered. And I was like, oh, I did not know this. So now we figured that out. Food shopping has gone down a little bit. I'm sort of averaging about £35 just for myself. I have to go with a lot of branded items because I have a very severe gnat allergy, so I have to be so careful with what I buy, and because of that I have to stick with brands I know I'm okay with. So a lot of, like, I work at the supermarket we buy it from, a lot of their range may contain nuts or has nuts in it for some of the foods I would want, and some of them I'm not quite certain about. Like some chocolates, even though I have a nut allergy, some chocolates, even though they say they're nut free, some of them make me come out in hives still, so I have to stick with like name brands like Cadbury and stuff like that. So like cakes, it has to be Mr. Kipling, it can't be the supermarket own brand. So unfortunately my shopping's always going to be a little bit higher because I'd rather not drop dead from having anaphylactic shock. So my food shopping, sometimes I can go less than this, I don't know. But anyway, I digress. Onto car, so I'm going to add in 20. I think by the time my MOT and my service and my car tax is due, I should have enough in this account because it's normally like the end of January. So I'll probably have about 240, maybe 250 in there if I add a little bit extra in, and that should cover that. And then any repairs I need will have to just come out of general, because there was one about my timing belt last time and they were like, oh, you need to have it repaired because you've had it for over 5 years, but they would say 5 years or 60,000 miles. I've had my car, and this is going to sound so bad, I've had my car for be 8 years in January, and I haven't even done 20,000 miles on it because I literally just don't go anywhere. I go to work, I go into the town which is only a few miles away, and I go to see my friends. I've done Cornwall and back twice, which is added on about 1,500 miles. Otherwise I just don't go anywhere, so my timing belt should be fine, but we will see. My fuel I'm going to add in 10 because I do actually need to put some in probably when I finish work on Sunday. Medication, I actually went and got my medication today, so I've still got £42.95 left, and that should cover me for another 2 prescriptions. So that will probably be January and maybe early January, late February or early March I'll need them, so I don't actually need to put anything in there, so that's going to get 0. Toiletries, I'm still going to do a little bit. I'm going to put 5 in. Got £24.70, so I don't need a lot in that one. Fashion, I'm down to £1.30. I completely forgot I bought some tops that are like I think it was on payday last month. I completely forgot about it, so I thought I still had like £28 in that one. It wasn't until I was like writing all this out and going through with what's in my budget book, I was like, oh, yeah, I bought stuff at the beginning of the month. I've completely forgot about that. So fashion, just do 20 on that one. Miscellaneous, I'm going to put in 15. I always like to have £20 or more in miscellaneous, because that can be then for a takeout, or maybe I need something if I'm at the shop, so maybe my mum needs something, then I can take it out of that when it doesn't come out of my food shopping account. Maybe I just need some like washing detergent or something, it can come out miscellaneous. Also miscellaneous covers any like online delivery fees, so a lot of the places I shop, they are like free delivery, but sometimes they want to charge you £3.99 for delivery, which like hurts my soul slightly, so that comes out of miscellaneous as well, so put that in there. Christmas has 0 in it because I did all of my Christmas shopping with the amounts from my gifts account and Christmas. I've only got 2 people left to buy for, which should be about 5 presents left maybe. So I've put in 50 for that. That should buy those presents plus what I have left in gifts as well. And if I really need to, I can take it out of my miscellaneous. Outings. So outings has got £120 on my card, £60 is in cash. I think it's still in cash, or did I transfer it? Oh no, it's still in there. Still got my cash in there. For some reason I thought I transferred it. Okay, so I have £180 in total for an outing or a day out. So originally we were thinking like, this was going back to like end of October, end of August. We were thinking maybe going to like Thorpe Park, Chessington or something like that the week I had off in September for my birthday. But then my sister decided she didn't really want to do it, and Dad was down for it, but then I was like, oh, could we do 2 days, because then you get like pay for a day and get a day free was an offer that they had on. But then Dad didn't want to drive both days, so I was like, oh, let's get like a hotel and we'll all stay up there overnight, and then that just didn't end up happening. So that ended up just going to, okay, we didn't end up having a day out or going anywhere, so that has stayed getting filled up slowly. So normally I only put in 15, but I'm going to put in 20 just to pop it up to 200 then. So it might just even be like a case of sometimes we go down to like the coast or something, that could be my money like to buy stuff throughout the day if it doesn't fall into one of these categories. Or maybe I want to get us dinner, but I don't want to take it from the dine out wallet or something, so just a little something. Maybe I could even put it towards holiday at some point, or it can be just for like a little weekend away somewhere that doesn't count as my Florida holiday, which is what I'm mainly saving for, but we'll go with 20 on that one. Okie dokies. So where are we now? Okay, so work food has always ended up down at 0 because any change I have left over from that goes in my purse, and any £5 going to my extra cash. So that's going to get an extra 20. Dinner out, I'm actually going to add in 30 because I think it was the week off I had in October, Nicola and I went out. She bought my birthday dinner in September, so I got the meal for us in October. So that pretty much cleared out all but £20 of my cash envelopes, plus another £20 that was in there I used for Jodie and I when we had a pizza night at hers. So I'm down to 20, so put that in and gets us up to 50. Spare in purse, I always add in 20. I don't know how much I've got in there at the moment because, again, like I said earlier, I don't know if the bits I need tomorrow, they're coming out of my spare in purse or from my food shop. So that is where we're at. And then there's a little bit at the bottom here that says extra, so I need to just go grab that. So my extra is this leftover food cash. So this was any time from my food shop or my work food. If I had anything that equated to a £5 note, then or just £5, I would change it into a note and then put it in here. Obviously all my food shopping has now been online, so I haven't had as much going in as I was at the start of the year. And work food I have added a few in, but not a great deal. So this is just extra cash, so maybe for like the Christmas presents, if this 50 and the 25 in my gifts, that's £75 doesn't cover what I want to get people, I will go up to my post office and deposit this money in, and then that can be put towards their gifts. So I have got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65 pounds. And I've not done too bad. I've only taken a very little bit out of that one, so I'm going to do that in a different coloured pen. I'll do it in blue. £65. So I remember I took out £12. No, I took out £10 of this for Easter presents, like Easter eggs, and the two I just took out of miscellaneous. And this is what I then had, like a little bit left, and then I had a few left over from when I first went into isolation, because I think I had about 3 weeks worth, so that put in £15. I saved that, and then I think since going back to work in June I've added a bit more in, and I think I started doing this October last year, so I haven't taken out much. I think I've maybe taken about 25 to 30 out, so I would have had a little bit over 100 now, but £65 is not bad. So that is my extra and spare emergency cash, so I just keep that on hand. This was one of the very first cash envelopes I ever did as well. I did this, I had a work food one and one for my food shopping, and that was all I had to start with, and now I've got all of this lot. Okay, so now I need to do a little bit of maths here. So in another colourful pen, I like using colourful pens, it just makes me feel a little bit better. So back up to savings. So I am going to be adding in £625 into my savings. All of this here from my cash envelopes comes to 340, and the last bit down here comes to 70. So all of that plus my bills, taking that away from my monthly pay. Camera cut me off somewhere. I think I was just about to write down. Okay, so my unbudgeted amount, once all of that is sorted, I've just done it on the calculator, which I think is what got cut off. Yeah, so the amount unbudgeted is only £51. Now last month I think it was £73 or £75 that I had left, but I ended up selling a few things on Depop. I also got £25 from doing some online surveys, and I got paid to do 2 blog posts. So I think I ended up with like plus money, so whatever money I've still got left over from this month will also be added on here, so I'll add that on at another point because I'm not entirely certain as to how much I've got left. But I earned a fair amount, and even though I did spend over the budgeted amount that I had, or the unbudgeted amount I had for last month, because I had that little bit of extra income in, I think I broke even, or I've just gone slightly. I think I've still got a little bit left over, I can't quite remember. But yeah, that's not too bad at all. So all I'm just going to do is just go through and quickly add these little bits here up, and then we sort of know what's going on. Okay, so obviously I can't fully do everything because of those 2 here that I'm still not certain about. Okay, so I'm going to zoom you back out, and I've just got a bit of cash to pop away. This video is a lot longer than normal. I'm very chatty in this one, sorry about that. Okay, so we're going to do dinner out first. So I have got £20 of that left, and I am going to add in 30. So this is 20, 30, 40, £50. So that should cover a dinner out with Nicola and I. I think the next time we're going to go is now going to be Christmas. That's obviously if lockdown lifts, because we're still in another lockdown here in the UK at the moment, so we shall see. Okay, so I've got nothing left in my work food one. I think I've got a few pounds left over, but I've got 2 5s, and then the rest of it, so there's £10 in there, and I've got £10 in ones as well. So then I've got a bit of a variety, so that is going to go in here as well. Bit of a noisier one than normal, but And then the last one I need to add money to is my purse. So it's going to pop the 20 in here. All I've got left from last month is this change here, which I just need to go through. So that will get sorted out. And I now need to go through and update this because I keep this in my purse, which tells me like how much I've got in each category, so I can update it as and when I need to. So I'm going to keep that out so I can update that in a minute. But otherwise, that is it, guys. Thank you for sticking along with that one. I know it's a bit of a long video compared to normal, bit of a chatty one. Hope you didn't mind that. I was just, you know, talking you through some of the things that I'm doing. So that is it for the video, guys. Thank you very, very much for watching. Hope you're keeping safe and healthy, and I will talk to you in a video again soon. Bye.